Okay, so it's time for some late night Yonder relaxing time. Specifically, we want to do tasks. No, that's not tasks, that's the map. What do we got? We're looking for something. We don't care about this. Deliver moss silk to the tailor. Finding Arcadia. That's the one we got to work on. Now let's get down here. At this point, we've kind of run out of things to do. There's more sandboxy stuff, but I was actually really disappointed in this game that the creature in the monster collection, like the creature in the monster collection are actually a lot more bare bones than I thought it was going to be. And same with the building. I was really hoping that I'd be able to do, like, more building on my farm. Kind of either, Dragon Warrior builders or something, but no dice. Anyway, prior to starting this episode, I'd been floating the idea of old games that I'd want to do series on, and I'd do as part of like a voting Patreon thing. Demon Souls was a suggestion. I've actually played through Demon Souls. If you're curious about that, search it on my channel. I've already played Demon Souls. It's fun. Played it with Keith, actually. What is with this? Oh, I see. So we're going from these like weird things that we'd found earlier. This makes sense. But yeah, honestly, if I were to play like a bunch of old games, it would probably be stuff like what's some good examples? Or games to be on the list would be like Legend of the Dragoon, Dark Cloud or Dark Cloud 2. Probably Dark Cloud 2? I don't know. I'm trying to think of other immediately easy examples of like old ass games that oh right, I can break these. I was confused, like how do I get up this? Because I can't build things. Dark Cloud. Okami was floated, but I'd want to play Okami on the PS3, and I do not have one of those. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be a terrible time to pick up a PS3. Oh! Arcadia! Arcadia is that, like, weird dungeon-y thing we found earlier. I was confused about that. There's a whole bunch of things. I talked about Cthulhu Saves the World the other night when I was playing Sundered. That might show up. I don't know. It's impossible to tell. Let's see. Played Doom 2016. So I've actually played Doom 2016 on my channel. I don't know how far I got, but effectively what ended up killing Doom 2016 for me was the game stopped running properly. Like, it freaked out and wouldn't run, which was super frustrating because I actually really wanted to play Doom 2016. I thought it was really enjoyable. Ooh, this is pretty. But what ended up happening was the game, every time I'd shoot something or get hit, it would freeze for like a long period of time. And eventually I just had to give up on it. Hello. Oh, hey, it's a human. Are you trying to get a piece of Arcadian ice? Good luck. I'm not sure you'll get to the Arcadian ice with it, with all those ice shards around it. Although, now that you mention it, humans did figure out a way a long time ago. All I remember is my ears ringing. What is making that noise? Do I have to, like, hit these? No. Oh, that's saying how he found me. That's how you found my channel. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, we've got a thing here. Sorry, I can't always read things properly. This grinding noise is driving me a bit nuts. We might have to, like, quit out and stuff like that. Let's see. Do I not have a new computer? I do. So I've always wanted to go back to Doom. I just haven't had time for it. I actually put it up as like a Patreon option, but people weren't interested. Same thing with Wolfenstein, which I'd also wanted to play. But I got to play Metro 2033, which was fun as hell, so I don't know. Okay, so we gotta... Let's see what this has to say. Finding Arcadia. Toggle details. Oh... Maybe some more fiery boom water. Continue playing. Is it Y? It's been a little while since we did it. play this. Okay, so we want to craft, brewing, fiery boom water. So we need some oil and a clay pot. I'm gonna see if I can go out and... Actually, maybe I should quit out of this game. Yeah, let's quit to the title screen for a second. It's still going. Jesus. Alright, I gotta start the game over so we don't have that dumb audio glitch just running forever. Let's see, what's Wolfenstein about? Wolfenstein is about, Nazis. Literally just taking over the world, which is, like, it's kind of an alternate history where everybody lost in World War II, so the Nazis took over, and it's kind of, not quite modern day, but close enough. Which is an interesting alternative future, and has some kind of fun, fun bits to it. I enjoyed playing it, but I just never finished it. I think I played it for 4th of July 2 years ago. It was fun, but never got that far just because I get distracted. There's too many games to play. Let's see, if I played any of the Anno games. No. So, specifically, I try to avoid Ubisoft games, and I believe the Anno 2070, 2205, as Ubisoft games, if I remember right, they had, like, kind of instability issues, and honestly, I just don't like that publisher that much. I'll play them if they, like, really put out an amazing game, but for the most part, I just try and stay away as much as possible. There are certain publishers that I just prefer not to deal with. Capcom, I generally try and, you know, give a wide berth just because they're kind of mean to YouTubers and stuff like that. The Lost Planet is Dark Souls with mecha. Yeah. But kind of nah. I don't know. I played the demo for Lost Planet quite some time ago, and it was enjoyable. Not sure if it counts, though. Okay, do we have... What do we need, actually, to make this, this boom powder? We might also just have to talk to a guy. I'm not entirely clear on what I'm supposed to do. Okay, so we need a brewer's kit, a clay pot, oil. We can make the brewer's kit really easily. The clay pot, though, I don't actually know if I can even make that. Can we buy it from this guy? It doesn't look like it. We got festival juice. It doesn't look like he sells oil. No. He sells oil. Let's just buy as many oils as we can. Let's get the clay. I might be able to trade clay for clay pot now that I'm thinking about it. Alright, so let's see what I got in my backpack. I got a bunch of things. Gold mint. Yeah, I got some clothing that I could sell, but I kind of am leery about doing so. A bunch of mushrooms. I mean, honestly, I should probably just sell some of the silver ore. What are we looking at? Okay, and then 10 more. 1 bundle of sticks. Okay, there we go. Proper barter. Okay, clay pot is a trade. 1 to 4 clay. I was hoping I'd be able to purchase it. I've got to have... Oh, wait, no, I've got some clay. So that means... If I check my map, we've got... Shivering Plains, Stone Bridge... There's a trader right there, so that's probably what we're looking for. Oh, this is not the way out of here. What am I doing? Can I jump over this? No, I can't. That's a shame. Let's see. Yeah, the Lost Planet games were kind of fun. Unfortunately, I only played the demo, and the plot didn't, like, really grab me. I think I've owned the first one for a while. But again, it always just rolls back into that ever-present issue of finding enough time for anything. Because, like, this past week alone, I started how many new series? And finished how many? I finally finished Regalia, which is super helpful. Because that game's been a thorn in my side. But I started Pyre, Sundered, sort of Immortal Planet. I gotta go back and do some more videos on that. Unfortunately, they seem to have patched it, and maybe they've messed up the balance. Oh, this is not what we're looking for. Oh, it's over to the right. I assume I can't build the bridge for this thing yet. Eesh. That is way too expensive. I might actually look up to see if there's a trainer for that, just because building specifically stone, like, masonry stuff is almost impossible, which is a pain in the ass. Let's see. Play Astroneer. Again, I mean, there's actually a couple of reasons why I don't know if and when I will be playing Astroneer specifically. For starters, I don't like to play a whole lot of early access games repeatedly. Okay, so we can make a clay pot. Well, I'll take it. Yeah, hopefully it's just the fire boom powder, and we can just... The fiery boom water. Used to light the way to Arcadia. Let's hold on to that for a second, just in case. But it's why I like don't like to play stuff like what's a good example? Ark or Starbound or anything like that when they get repeated updates. The problem is it's generally best that I just do one series on it and then wait until the game finally comes out. Too many, like, repeated series always become a problem. Yeah, like RimWorld. And, like, I prefer to come back to games once they're either complete or they have, like, a really, really major reason why I want to keep up with it. These weird, dumb bear dog things are kind of uninspired. The other creatures are kind of neat. I guess the bunnies weren't that great either. But it's generally my best interest to play something in the very, very beginning, and then drop it until it's finished, just because there's kind of a... What do I call it? I went the wrong direction, I went too far. Fallout counts as repeated. So there are some specific, like, exceptions to everything. Obviously there are no hard set rules on YouTube. But, like, if you guys ever check my series, generally the first episode gets, like, a ton of views, and then from there it drops off. But if it's a series that I've already done, for, like, a game that I've already done, generally the first series will get a lot more views, and any subsequent series might get more views than the previous one just because I have more subscribers, but ultimately they get proportionally less because a lot of my old subscribers aren't going to watch it again. Which is super painful if I want to, like, revisit anything. So I did that specifically with, Factorio this past year. And, or I guess a couple months ago, I don't know. Let's see if Ku the Colorful has anything. Nope. He just says we've mastered the Brewmaster. But yeah, with Factorio, it didn't get that great of views comparatively. And that's not actually that big of a deal. But when you're trying to pick and choose what you want to play, generally you want to play new things. That's why we're always just trying to cycle new games in and generally just leaving old, you know, games that we've played before behind. I guess if that makes sense. The other problem is specifically with, like, kind of older games, is the audience for it kind of drops off just in general. Not in terms of, like, people have already seen it, but just because people aren't as willing to watch. Like, I did a pretty good playthrough of Dark Souls with Bird, and honestly, I think most people were just kind of... Oh, fairy thing down in the city, by the way? Where? I'll go check that out. But, you know, Dark Souls is such a tried game at this point. Even though, it was a awesome / enjoyable city. Where is it? It ultimately is not going to have as much draw. Oh yeah, there it is. Thanks for pointing that out. I totally missed that. This twinkle light is warm and bright, but with you I will travel, seeker of the sprite. Yay. 2 more to find around here. Probably not going to get the rest of these. Ark will never be finished like Warframe. Well, the thing is, like, Warframe is technically a finished game. They could just stop development on it now, and it would probably piss a bunch of people. Technically it's a completed game. Ark is very much still in development. Barely even functions in a lot of ways. I was going to say punctures, and I'm like, wait a second, that doesn't even make sense. And yeah, I totally understand why people don't want to watch the Souls games in a lot of cases. It's just, it's an example of like a really popular game that I would like to cover, but it's old, and it's got a lot of people that don't want to watch it, so it's easier for me to just keep covering new things. Because that's how YouTube works, and it sucks. But you'd brought up somebody brought up specifically Fallout. There are notable exceptions. People will like go bananas for stuff, especially if there's like a dearth of content for it. So by me doing Fallout kind of endlessly, I was actually getting quite a number of views. Oh, maybe it's fireworks. Which suddenly makes me realize I screwed up. Because what do I need for this? Okay, yeah, so it's not the fire boom water like I was hoping it would be. I guess that's why we made so much. Okay, so the Sage Stone's just over here. When it comes to really cool popular games that have untapped potential with the right mods, I could totally imagine turning No Man's Sky into a new version of Spore. Yeah, that would be incredibly good. I'm lost. Okay, so it's over here on the other side here. Did I ever consider doing a replay of Dragon Age Inquisition? Honestly, at this point, I'm so, like, ticked off at BioWare for how bad Mass Effect Andromeda was. I don't think I'm ever going to play their games for a very long time. I will probably play Ashen. It was called Ashen, right? No, not Ashen. Ashen's a different one. Anthem, there we go. Yeah, Ashen is a completely different game coming out at about the same time that actually looks great. But yeah, oh, it's up here. I'll probably play Anthem because it's a multiplayer thing, but Dragon Age Inquisition would be like 100 episodes in and of itself, and I wasn't even like that interested in the plot to begin with. And then, of course, it ran like shit on my old computer, so there's that too. There we go. Oh god, how do I even know where to go? Okay, let's remember. So we want to go through the really icy one. That's the really deserty one. This one? Where are we? No, we want the next one over. Oh, hey, the map thing showed up. Unfortunately, I have no idea which one of these corresponds with my, I have no idea which ones of these correspond with my, It's this one, isn't it? Unfortunately, these are not in, like, a sensible order, which sucks. Or maybe it does. I don't know if these are in a sensible order or not. This is really confusing. Is it this one? Yeah, it is this one. Okay, cool. Yeah, you'd think this Sage Stone would actually be the closest to this farm. But no, actually, this Sage Stone is the closest to my unmarked farm over there on the left, which is kind of weird and confusing. I don't know. Doesn't matter too much. Oh, is that one of the, like, weirdo random trees that I planted? Yeah, it does look like it. Oh, I see. If I paid more attention to the trees, it'd actually be a lot easier to tell which ones of these were worth going to. Should probably do that. If I remember right, we were low on planks. But yeah, I want to go, I'm fairly certain I've got a bunch of, I've got a fair amount of clay hidden back in my base. I don't think I've sold it, though. Spore and No Man's Sky are completely different things. I think they're completely different things just because the developers of No Man's Sky are kind of short-sighted. Much to my general sadness, because, like, freaking No Man's Sky had some serious potential, and they kind of squandered it on silly stuff. Okay, so where's all that clay I have stowed away? I'm fairly certain I was, like, grabbing tons of it. Yep, there we are. I might have also saved some fireworks. No, it doesn't look like it. I saved a bunch of Groffle totems. That's not really that helpful. We've got, like, a red berry. Yeah, nothing. Oh, I think it's about time. Let's get the Spectrum shampoo. Let's see what Pinkbeard turns into when I do this. I kind of look like I just exploded vomit. Chrome vomit, admittedly. Maybe I should take my hat off for a moment. Do we still have the dumb anime style? No. We've got this style. Shell is actually laughing at my dumb hairdo. Well, seeing as we don't get the full spectrum shine, I'm just gonna put the beanie of shame back on. There we go. Let's see. Because of my whole YouTube monetization and avoidance of all things that might lose me money, would I ever consider playing a not safe for work game? I mean, honestly, I just have no interest in most not safe for work games. There are a couple of games that, like, kind of would qualify. But just in terms of, like, a proper not safe for work. But, like, if you mean, like, Honey Pop, for example, I just have no interest in that sort of thing. It would... I guess I would need a proper, like, good example of a game that's, like, not safe for work. Because there's, like, The Witcher, which has, like, you know, not safe for work content, I guess. But ultimately, The Witcher is not a not safe for work game. And so, like... Well, no, The Witcher is more than just a not safe for work game, if that makes sense. I don't know. I guess it's impossible for me to, like, properly talk about that sort of thing, because of the nature of, like, what I do and, like, the risks associated with covering not safe for work games, kind of, it's hard for me to be, like, too interested in them, so I just don't know who or what they are. Yeah, Witcher is an actually good game. Yeah. I always feel a bit sad, like, going back to the Dragon Age Inquisition thing, I'm way more likely to play through Witcher 3 than Dragon Age Inquisition, honestly. Okay. So it looks like I'm going to be able to make, oh, red firework. Awesome. I'm going to grab the dyes, too. I don't know exactly what we're going to need, but yeah, I've got a bunch of... I got a whole spare beanie that I can chuck at this. Actually, let's not even chuck the spare beanie. I've got some shirts that I can throw away. Plus, like, 3 silver ore. I'm not even sure how crafting works in this game with that stuff. Okay, do I have... I guess we'll throw 1 mushroom at it. There we go. Conker's Bad Fur Day or Duke Nukem. Oh, see, that's a lot more, that's a lot more attractive of a concept for me. I actually would absolutely play Conker's Bad Fur Day. And possibly Duke Nukem. Both are games that I'm way more likely to play. I don't know about Duke Nukem. I don't even know which Duke Nukem it would be. Okay. Unfortunately, making fireworks is, like, crazy expensive. I'll just pick up the dye. But, seeing as we could buy some fireworks, that helps. I don't know about Duke Nukem, just because, one, I used to play Duke Nukem with my brother, and I'd feel kind of weird playing it without him. But then I'd feel weird playing it with him. But no, I was actually a huge fan of Conker's Pocket Tales as a kid. And I always wanted to play Conker's Bad Fur Day, not realizing that it was a not safe for work game. But because it was rated mature, my parents wouldn't even let me, like, pick it up at the Blockbuster to rent. And so, I've actually always wanted to pick it up and do a playthrough of it. People in an actual relationship playing Catherine is interesting. After Persona 5, I'm actually halfway interested, though honestly, I think I'm just going to avoid Atlas in the future unless they, have... Like, I don't think I'm going to pick up Atlas games ahead of time. Or just in general, I don't know. Their whole, like, we will screw you out of your living, thing is, like, super scary. Let's try launching fireworks. Oh, that didn't do it. Might help if you made a big noise. What do I have that makes a big noise? Okay, I gotta look this up. Because I tried the... Okay, stupid question. Loud noise. Oh, I see. Apparently it's nearby. I screwed this up. Is it this? Nope. Wasn't that. This? Sounds close. Somebody said, yeah, you need a hammer. Do I have anything else that I can just hit around here? Oh, hello. There we go. That is kind of quiet, honestly. I'm also kind of surprised I couldn't just climb those icicle things. Oh, that's fine. Okay, so let's go back and grab this. Now, on the topic of Catherine and Atlas and whatever, it always surprises me that the gap between Persona 4 and Persona 5 was like, what, 10 years? It's ridiculous. I forgot how you humans collected the Arcadian ice, but now it's ringing a bell. Let me tell you a secret. I prefer warmer weather. Do you mind if I travel with you? Okay, so we got that. So all we have left to do for getting the thing is we're gonna deliver the moon silk to a tailor. So let's get out of here and let's go find a tailor, and that should solve the problem. And then hopefully maybe we can actually beat this game. Like I'd like to. I don't dislike this game, but it's always my eternal goal to put games to rest. Finish them off, and I know there's like a billion different games that I can still, well, a billion different things that I can go back to with this game, but at the same time it's kind of fun to just finish it off and be like, yeah, we're done. But yeah, it was a giant bell hidden behind those breakable ice walls that I always forget are breakable. I don't know why I keep jumping these bears, it just amuses me that I can do so. I will admit, I do really appreciate this game for its relaxing properties. Like, it is so much more, like, it's way more relaxed than... Oh, what's a good example? It's not that one. This one? Wait, what? Oh... Oh, there really aren't, like, a whole lot of useful places. Also, I just realized we have totally blown past, spring here. Which one do we go for? Maybe this one? No, nope, 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 nope. This is the wrong one. This is most definitely the wrong one. It's the other one that looks kind of... Yeah, this one. Yeah, it's the corkscrew tree. That's the one. Let's see, did I ever get around to looking up rifts? By rifts, do you mean the free-to-play MMO? Because, yes... I think that was called rifts, right? It's been a long time. Unfortunately, just in general, free-to-play MMOs are not something I try and cover on my channel. I say as I'm currently running a series on Albion Online. Again, something I try and stay away from. Doesn't work. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm like the cheap whore of gaming or something like that, but I will cover almost anything if it strikes my fancy. The main issue is just time. Rifts the tabletop RPG. Oh, I remember Rifts now. I have and I haven't. So part of the problem is since I'm running a Dungeons and Dragons campaign, I haven't had much time to think about any others. I did look at Rifts for long enough to decide that, like, yeah, not going to be able to make much of this. But I did look at it, and I was just like, this is neat. I don't know if I will ever play it, though. Because honestly, I think I'm going to perpetually be playing Dungeons and Dragons. Let's see. So what's he want? Floppy beanie, cardigan, and long trousers. I think I've actually got half of those. Well, I've already got the floppy beanie. I might as well get the other stuff, too. Somewhat salty series on Albion to boot. There's a lot of stuff that Albion could have done to be a lot more player-friendly, and they didn't do it. And I kind of wish they had. I still like it, but, like... I don't know. I don't like MMOs that immediately put you into the grind box. I'd prefer it if they actually made it kind of fun first. Do we care about Sylvie? Nope, don't care about her.